Hello. I forgot to do our intro video, but it's okay. I was just so excited to open my new toy, my birthday present from the lovely Cameron. Hello, Trombone Dalek. Welcome. This is our first Lego stream. We don't have a lot of room for Legos in our current abode, but we have a few small ones, and when they released this one, I just had to have him because he's the cutest little droid there ever was, and I just needed him in my life. And even better, a Lego version. And it even comes with a little mini one. I'm so excited. I love him so much. He's my favorite. I'm hugging him. And I don't play a lot of video games. I'm still getting into them, but Fallen Order was like the most recent video game that I was obsessed with and played so much, and played through it twice. And BD-1 was my favorite little chicken because he looks like a little chicken when he runs, so I'd call him Chicken. And anyway, always glad to no audio because I'm currently at work. No worries. Yeah, don't interrupt your Bible study. You can just check in and every once in a while. Here we go. Oh, the unboxing of the baby. Okay. All of our baggies. I like that they started organizing these into baggies. I don't know if they've always done this. Like, from what I don't know what other people remember, but I don't remember them being in separate baggies. I remember having to rifle through a huge pile of Legos to figure out what you were, like, to find your piece. Like, you would just dig through piles and piles. But that could be incorrect. So we'll see. Okay, this is our book. Put BD. Will he go over here? Will it fit on this? Look at that. Oh no, it didn't go. Okay, maybe he'll balance there. Okay. So let's try not to put this right next to the blessed day flat cap dapper pastor. Hello. Welcome to our first Lego build. I'm very excited. Oh, yay! So you can see what do we have here. Yeah, does anybody remember how they used to package Legos? Did it used to be all one package and you're just like good luck finding your piece, or did they do them with these like separated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 situation? Okay, to like keep it more organized. Okay, so first, oh, and just a little his little identification sticker. I love stickers. Okay, just going over there. Bless you, Cameron. He sneezed in the other room. Okay, number 1. That's number 5. I think number 1 is here. Okay. I'm sorry if this is loud. I remember there being separate bags, but don't remember if they... Maybe they were separate bags, but they weren't numbered. Maybe that's what it was. Never got real Legos. I feel like, I don't know why, like, our family was privileged to purchase Legos. Maybe because our father was growing up, our father was a engineer, so that might have something to do with it. Do that my kids can build things. Okay. Here we go. But yeah, I used to play Legos all the time. We had a lot of Harry Potter Legos. My brother's got a really good Star Wars Lego collection right now, and he's got these really cool lighting kits. I don't remember. He may have posted on Instagram. If you go to a Panda Boy on Instagram, he might have those posted. But he has found some really cool light kits that like help like light up your like AT-ATs or your AT-ATs, however you prefer to say it, and light up your like little figures with lightsabers and things like that. It's pretty cool. I feel like I know a lot of people want the Millennium Falcon Lego set, the big one, but my two like giant Grail Lego sets are the Disney Castle. That's like $400 or something. Oh, they have one of these. We didn't have these as kids. We were on the struggle bus. Anyway, the Disney Castle and the Titanic. The Titanic is massive, but that's like you get a giant like end table or something. Like that is like a statement piece in your home. Okay, where's the little? Oh, it must be in here because these came out of it. Here, we'll try to stay organized. Probably won't last long. Also, never had anything, but here's a box. Build what you want. Oh yeah, we also had just like packs of, or boxes of just regular bricks too. So like we would just like I would just build like little houses or things like that, whatever your imagination came up with that day. For sure. There's no wrong way to play with Lego. What are these? Okay. Also a big fan of the Lego movies. Those things are hilarious. And Lego Star Wars games. What am I doing? Where's that piece? Okay, where? But I just used that piece. So we have this. And then it's like a 2. Oh, here it is. Is this like one of those streams where you're like, it's right in front of you, just look at it. It's right there. It's like Blue's Clues. It's like, I can't find it and everyone else can see where it is. Then, yeah, one of these. And then one of these. But yeah, I loved playing with Legos as a kid. Build a lot of houses or like random things where you take pieces from other Lego sets and like come up with some sort of crazy idea of it. Some crazy idea that like there are aliens in this world. Swipe or no swiping? Yes. I think my brother had like a lot of different types of sets. Like we had like dinosaur sets and like alien sets. And I keep saying my brother because he would keep getting Legos. I would get some. I had a few. But, you know, that's like a traditionally like gift you give to boys. But I would always find myself in his room playing with his Legos. Probably he didn't quite enjoy that because they were his toys. But sometimes we play together and it was a lot of fun. Because I like Legos too. Anybody can like anything that they want. And I just put that on upside down. There we go. No. Wait. No, thick side does go up top. Okay. Then there's these. Like that. Okay. Then we have these things that go, this goes on that. And then does anybody in chat have, like, if they could have any Lego set in the world that they've seen, what would it be? I know those, like plant ones are really popular right now. Like the orchid or, like, the botanicals collection. Those are kind of fun. I'm not a huge fan of like flowers as decor because I'm like it's just gonna die, or it's just like old plasticky like plastic grossness that you have to dust or something. But this looks like it's 2 pieces, is it not? Okay. But I might consider having flowers in my home if they were Lego ones, because then they don't die and they look cool. And also, if people have Legos, I know there's I forget the name of it, but there's like a kind of like a buyback, or like they don't buy them back, but they if you have Legos you're getting rid of, they'll send them to a place that washes them, and then they'll donate to them to like orphanages or like hospitals or things like that. So if anyone has like Legos that they're hanging on to that they don't necessarily need anymore, that's a good way to like not waste those sets. Like they can go to some kids in need or some future engineers. Like I know I've not looked at them for enough clue what's available. There's a crazy number of sets that they have now. I think Lego has kind of hit like a new boom, probably because all the millennials have money to spend on such things. And we love nostalgic things from our childhood. Okay. Wait, did I skip a step? No, we're still making that thing. Still making that. Okay. The Falcon one's cool. Some of the Avengers ones are sweet as well. Yeah, there's a lot. There's also like the cool architecture collection that is how do I do this? Oh, we do it like this. That it's like famous buildings like the Taj Mahal and things like that. So if you're really into like famous architecture, like those would be really cool to have as like models. Okay, we need 2 of these. So there's kind of something for everyone, which is nice. They also have like Disney princess stuff if you have like girls who like building stuff but they still like princesses. Or anybody. I don't want to gender anything that people are interested in. It's just force of habit. Okay. This isn't interesting. Like this set I kind of predicted was going to have a lot of like intricate pieces, like not your typical just bricky pieces. The Big Ben one is cool. Yeah. The Taj Mahal will be fun. Yeah. My kids more had the Lego video games and watch movies. Yeah, the movies are hilarious. Cause like it barely actually has anything to do with Lego. Like that's just the world that they live in, the characters live in, but it's just like ridiculous, like self-aware humor, and I love it so much. Like Lego Batman's probably one of my favorite ones. Just cause it's insanity. And I love the whole shtick with the Joker being like, "Am I your worst enemy?" Like, no. Okay. How does this... Oh, it goes like this. So we flipped it upside down. Goes like this. And then we put this on here. Yeah, so I wonder how much this is going to, like, articulate. Because he looks like he kind of has, like, they tried to make him more like his little droid self and not just, like, a static statue. Like, it looks like, because, like, this moves. So I wonder how much it's going to be, like, interactive. Okay, that doesn't move. Okay. So then we take these little blue things and these little things. Put these in here. 2 of those. Then these go in here. Go like this. And then what else? What are we doing here? Why did I get these? Didn't even use those. Okay, we did all of that. Excuse me if I cough every once in a while. I had COVID a few weeks back, and the cough just won't go away. I feel fine. It's just being annoying. Okay, and then we have this piece, and then one of these. No, where is it? These. these. We're going to make multiples of these. No, this is just one. Okay, and then black goes on this side, and then this goes like this. Right? Right? Question mark? There it goes. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't articulate. It just has to click in. Oh yeah, we make 2 of these. Okay, so there's that one. And then we make this. And it goes the other way. And then flat end like that. And then this piece. And then, okay, and then these 2 things go together. Wait. Oh, I missed a step. No wonder. I was like, wait a second. We need this on the bottom. There. There. Okay. It goes like this. Ta-da! Okay. So we have this that goes like that. Okay, now what? Okay, then we have this. So light gray one, like that, and then 2 blue things. And then a few white things. White things, and then a square. And then this funny looking piece, this piece goes on here. And then that goes there. Yeah, it sticks up a little bit. Okay, okay, now we use these. One of these, and then this blue thing, 2 of these, this little tube. Also, there's crazy things where people can take one Lego set and then turn it into something completely different. I think those are really cool. Because even sometimes they'll show you like, oh, you bought this set, but then you can make a different thing out of it. So you kind of get multiple sets in one. Well, thank you for the lurk. Wait, how does this? Oh, that goes on this. Okay, so this goes this way. This is very interesting. These are like a lot of new pieces I've never seen before because they're like not really traditional Lego pieces. Okay, and then okay, and then we put that through the bottom 2 pieces. What did I do? Goes like this, and like that, and it goes like this, like that. And then another one of these goes like this. On the other side. Okay, and they should be even. Okay, so they come out the other side like that. Okay. Okay. We have this funky looking piece now. Yeah, the creativity people have for stuff like that is awesome, says Humor Whittle. Yep, think it's just fascinating how, like, the things some people's brains can come up with. Okay, then this goes like that. And then this goes like that. Okay. It does kind of feel like I'm building a little droid. I mean, I am, but like a real one. Like tinkering. Okay, or building his little body. Okay. Then we have 4 of these. That. Oh, now we put this on this. Goes this way. I'm guessing like that. There. So there's that, and then these pieces go just there, here, and here, and here. Okay. So we have this. Then we get 2 of these and 2 3 ones. 1. Where's the other one? There's 3. Okay, I'm going to put them on this. And then on this. And then they go here. Oh, this is crooked. And then here. No. Wait. This way. It's like comparing the picture. Okay. They go like this. Some of these flat ones are hard. Okay. Okay. And then under these. Oh, okay, I see what's going on. It's kind of wonky. Okay. And this brings it all together. Okay. Okay. And then 2 of these here and here. Okay. Then have this piece and these little vent looking things that go long ways. And put that over this piece. Okay, and 2 of these. That then go like this. Then 2. And I also like that this set is his like classic look in the game, because in the game I never changed him to look any other colors. I liked the colors that they picked for him. I wasn't a fan of all the different ones. I thought they did a good job picking his color scheme. Also, if anyone else has played Jedi Fallen Order, I know I did not like the poncho costume on Cal. I was not a fan. I thought I never had him wearing the poncho when I played because I thought it looked funny. It was just kind of bulky, but that's okay. how we're doing this too, like this and this. And then, wait, yeah, that's right. Okay. And then this part hangs out a little bit, and then we put this over it like that. Yeah, there were too many ponchos. Yeah, the ponchos were not my favorite. Like, they kind of looked cool, like, because they'd, like, flow in the wind, but I liked his other costume that he has on under it with, like, the vest and stuff, that was a cool looking costume, too, so. But that's the nice thing about games like that, is you can kind of pick what you want to wear. What am I doing? This goes on this. Sometimes I get easily, like, distracted. And, like, my train of thought gets lost really easily. I'm like, what stage am I working on? Then we get 2 more of these pieces. We're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel with bag 1. But, then this goes on like that. This goes on like that. Okay, then we have this piece. Is that a white? Yeah. Oh, 2 of these on these corners. No, wrong corners. These corners. Corner. And then this goes here. And this goes here. Also, I think Lego is a good way to teach people how to read instructions. Because if you don't read the instructions on this, you will not build the thing that you want, that you set out to build. You know? Like, sometimes furniture instructions you can kind of fudge on, but if you want this to look anything like the set you bought, you kind of need to listen to what the instructions say. That is not the right piece. Is it this one? There we go. Okay. Then get darker piece here, and then those little flat ones with the funny markings on them. And then the flat piece. Then what is that? Oh, it's one of these. Here, and then another piece like this, okay, and then we have these 2 pieces, and one of these, or a couple of these, go up here, and these 2 things go on. How do these work? Oh, they're the same on both sides. Go like that. And then one of these little grate things. The light gray. Okay. Oh no, we need 2 of these. Like that. Okay, now we move over here and do this. Oh, this looks like a hinge of some kind. I feel like Cameron should start like putting like trivia questions or something in the chat so that like every once in a while I can look up, have a prompt. But I know he's playing video games, so he's busy. That's okay. These. Oh, and then the little hinge piece. What kind of bear is best? Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Isn't it black bear that he says? Is that right? It's like kind of your run-of-the-mill bear. It's not like a grizzly or something. False. Black bear. Okay. So here's this, and this kind of, oops, hinges. There's that. Check my phone real quick. Bears, bees, Battlestar Galactica. Yes, Trombone Dalek. Trombone Dalek, are you a trombone playing Doctor Who fan? Is that where we came up with your name? Because I was also a band geek, and I also like Doctor Who, so I can relate, if that be the case. Oh, we have more of these vents. Band geek hype? Yes. What are some of your favorite band jokes? Because I feel like that was... They used to sell t-shirts at band competition that had jokes all over them. That were like all the jokes band kids would tell each other. Those were a lot of fun. It's kind of fun being in that club. I was a flute player, so I couldn't hide from the band directors right in our faces, so you couldn't mess up. Or, I mean, anyone, they'd know if you mess up because they can hear you. But we're like right there, so we could not hide. It was very intimidating. Okay. Oh, so this piece goes on the front like that. It's his little face. It's his front. Okay. Like that. Ta-da. I always think it's interesting when like the pieces can kind of all fit on all different sides. Because like growing up playing with Legos, we would just build on top of each other like normal. But I think it's cool that people can come up with these sets that like build all different directions. Because then you have like little connector points here and on top and everywhere. It's really cool. Isn't the Lego company in Germany? I think that's right. Or it's like somewhere in that region. That'd be a cool trip to go on sometime. Go see the Lego factory or something. Denmark? Yeah, I was like, I know it's around that area of Europe, but I wasn't sure. Denmark would be cool too. Cool too. Excuse me. Cameron, or Huma Whittle in the chat, was also a band geek. And he was a Barry Sax. Okay. Then one of these. Where is it? One of these and 3 of these. Okay. How are we doing this? Oh, put one on the back and then the other ones go. Okay. Like this. The Lego Group is a privately held company based in Billund, Denmark. Company is still owned by the Kirk Christensen Company, who founded it in 1932. Wow. So it's still a family company. That'd be a really cool thing. Like if you go to Denmark and you like Legos, like that's a must do. Like there's probably a Lego museum or something there. That'd be fun. I haven't been to Europe. I haven't been across any major oceans. I just kind of putted around the Gulf of Mexico and a little bit of the Bahamas. But I would love to have the opportunity to see stuff outside of the place where I was born. Just to see what it's like. I've watched a lot of shows and vlogs and stuff of people who live all over the place, but there's different in first person experience. Oh, don't fall over. Okay. Let's go. Like the orientation of these pieces is always confusing. Okay, it goes like this. Okay, makes it a little half circle. Okay, and then that goes like it is. Ta-da. And then we have a couple of these that go like this. And also, since this is Star Wars, does anybody in chat have a favorite Star Wars movie? All answers are welcome with me because I do not discriminate against Star Wars things. Because I'm not one of them toxic ones that gets mad if you like the wrong movie in their opinion. You can like whatever you want. It's valid. Okay. And these two pieces. Empor? What's Empor? I'm pretty sure that he meant Empire. Empire is a classic answer. It is very good. There's a lot of fun stuff that goes on. I think Empire too, because that's like after the original movie like gave them some more budget. They you can tell that they kind of went for it because there's a lot more like different planets you go to. See a little bit more of the galaxy. There's a lot more like people are kind of all over the place instead of just following Luke. People are kind of split up and doing different stuff. So that's fun. Like, who comes up with all these different types of pieces? I'm just, like, impressed. Because some of these are very, like, unique. Okay, is that the whole thing? Did I get everything? Yep. And then we put it. We go. No, it goes on the back. How? There's only one connection point at the bottom. I guess that's okay. Maybe we'll connect it up here. Like reinforce it. Because that feels a little unstable. Oh yeah, we're connected with these big ones up here. Cameron, I know you had a lot of Legos growing up because we have some of those. But what was your like favorite Lego set growing up? Like what theme was it? Because I know they had like different lines of like types of like Mars ones and like movie themed ones. Okay. No, we're going this way. Put these together. And also on the topic of Fallen Order, Cameron and I are going to Disney unless the world falls apart. But right now we're still planning to go to Disney at the end of this month. And I put this together wrong. And we're hoping to buy Cal Kestis's lightsaber while we're there. I don't know what the protocol is or how many of those they usually have on hand to sell, but we're gonna at least make an attempt because I was so excited when they announced it. And even the actor like took a picture with the actor who plays Cal, got a picture with the lightsaber. You like the Bionicle stuff? My brother was, and Star Wars Legos as a given, yeah. My brother was obsessed with Bionicles. Like, he had so many of those things in the movie and everything. Like, I feel like he was definitely the target audience for that at the time. Of course, anybody can like him, but it was definitely like, he was into it. Okay. Oh, okay, we finished bag number 1. Oh, I just noticed something really cute. Look at the page. It's like a loading thing, and it has a little BD-1 at the bottom, showing you how far you've made it. That's so cute. That's such a cute detail. Aw. They think of everything. Okay, so these must be little extra pieces. So we'll just kind of scooch those over here. Get those out of the way. Alright, so number 2. Woo. I apologize if that was loud. Okay. These are really loud, like plastic. Like, these are all the same color. I think some of the other pieces, I know he's got like little wiring pieces, and I think that'll be interesting. But yeah, they're in this bag. But. Okay. Let's see. This is his little body. Okay. Start with this. And these little funny gear pieces. Like, this is where it starts to get interesting. I mean, it was already interesting, but these are literally pieces I've never seen before. Do these turn? Okay. Weird. Okay. Are there... Okay, there's like these funny looking... Like, who comes up with this stuff? Like, so strange. And I'm sure, like, whenever they started making Bionicles and stuff, maybe they, like, really, when they made those, they really expanded their horizons of what Lego can do. Do we make 2 of these? It says click, click. Okay, and then we flip this over. I'm gonna put this in here. Like, this really just, it almost doesn't feel like regular Lego. Oh, these move. Interesting. Because it's just, like, it feels like I'm working on like a circuit or something. Which is cool, because then it's like I'm building the little droid. Okay. Then this looks the same on both ends. No, come back. Like this. And then, oh, interesting. Does it go in like this? Am I doing this wrong? Like, I don't want to force it because baby is fragile. that looks right. Okay, and then we do it on the other side. Okay. So interesting. Where's the other one? Oh, here it is. So it's that panic moment of like, did they send me everything I need for my Lego set? I feel like they usually send extras, so I'm sure there's a lot of checks to make sure everything went in correctly, but sometimes it's you're like, wait, I can't find that piece. Okay, this one was hard. Okay, there's that. And then short end goes in this one. Then this goes like that. Okay, and then this piece goes, yeah, towards the back. Oh goodness, I'm scared. He's pretty sturdy though, which is good. Okay, so I guess where his little leggies attach. Okay. So yeah, we must be building some parts of his legs. Okay, I'll put this over here for now. And then this is like pretty chunky. Like this is like a good sturdy model. Okay. Do I need the right angle ones? Okay, so like this. But this might be one of the most complicated or like unique sets that I've built. I have a mini Disney castle. That was kind of more of like a straightforward, classic kind of Lego set. Excuse me. Okay, do we put this on here? Okay, and then this one's in the second one. And then another one of these offset. What? Okay, like this. Come on. And then you put the little red ones and these. You definitely need to have like good dexterity for some of these because these are really small pieces. Okay. And then a flat thing. But this goes on that. Then okay, flip it around. Hey Varoth! Imagine seeing you here. How many total bags are there? I think I saw 6. I think there are 6. Oh, I just picked up the wrong piece. It needs to be these little red ones. Okay. And then these blue ones. Trying to chill. Chill is the best thing. I love chilling. You can ask Cameron. He'd always ask me what I want to do, and most of the time, I'm just like, just chill. You know, working 9 to 5s takes a lot out of you sometimes. You're just like, I don't want to do things sometimes. Okay, so these pieces. Did I do that right? Did I do all of that? No, I forgot. This. There, okay. This, and then, where'd that one piece go? Is it this? No. It's like a little... Is it this? It's not that. It's got... Oh, it's these. I see. Oh, it's kind of shiny. It's kind of metallic looking. It's got like pearly stuff in it. And this goes here. Cameron's just playing some games. Okay, and then we need one of these rods to go through here. We need this, and then one opposite. Where is it? This. Like this. And 2 pieces. I bet you we do all of this all over again. The other side. Is that right? Okay. There's that and that. And then this. Where's the square? Here's the square. And these flat ones go like this. And then this funny looking piece. And then that attaches to here. There. I'm like looking to see what this piece is. Might be his feet. No. Maybe it's the back of his feet. Okay, then we have this. We go like this. And that, and then on the other side, take the little blue ones and we put them here, here, and then black one, yeah, there, and then, is it this? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, yeah, it's not that. Oh, it's these. I think. And then we use a black one, and this thing goes on this end. Okay. Oh yeah, I bet you these are the back of his feet. Okay. Then we put, is it 3 little ones? Oh, no, that goes here. I see. So it's like this. What is it? Does that fit like that? Okay. Come on. There it goes. Okay. And then these need to stick out there, like that. It's got like a little foot. Okay. I'm easily entertained. I love the little BD. Okay. Now we take the triangle, these, and a flat. I have my own names for things. It's a flat and a triangle. I need to sit up straight, my back. I'm an old lady. Okay. And then, that's the wrong one. We'll save that for later. Where's the other one? And where's the other flat? Oh, it's right in front of my face. There. Okay. And then, where's the, is it just this? No, it's got, oh, it's this one. It's this. That goes through this foot. Oh yeah, because it'll stop there. And then we got circle. Circle and the flat circle with the hole in it. And that goes on the side. Yeah, caught it. There. Oh yeah, this is the back of his little foot. So his regular foot's gonna go this way. Little feet. Okay. We're still building it. I bet you, like his other foot is in like number 3 or something. Well, we'll see. Okay. Now we need this. I bet you his head's gonna be complicated. I hope I can finish most of this tonight, but we'll see. It's hard to judge how long a Lego set's gonna take to put together because they're all very like unique in their own way. But we will see. It could be if we get near the end and it's like I'm at a point where I can't stop, then we'll just keep going. It's like reading a book. You're like, well, I'm really close to the end. I can't sleep. There's no way I'm going to sleep even if I stop, like if I tried, so might as well just continue on and just work and just make sure I have caffeine the next day. That's what it is here for, to get us through when we stayed up too late. At least that's how I feel. Okay. Veroth, if you're still hanging out, do you have any favorite Lego sets or favorite Star Wars movies? Since that's kind of also relevant. Because Cameron said Empire is his favorite movie. And he loved Bionicles as a kid. Okay, we need another one of these. These are so funky looking. That goes like this. Yeah, time just gotta push through the sleepy. You can always sleep later. Okay, and then this goes up like this. A couple really nice Lego sets I've seen at work. The Saturn V rocket and the I saw the ISS one somewhere. Where did I see that? We were shopping somewhere. And or maybe I was just looking online, but that's a super cool set. I said earlier that my kind of holy grail sets would be the Titanic and the Disney Castle. That sucker's like $1,000. Oh yeah, see his little things move. Okay. And then does this go on the top? Am I doing this right? I'm so scared. I don't want to break anything. Okay. That looks... Does he need to be level? that look right? Okay, now he's only got one leg. Okay, we'll just kind of put him over here. Excuse me. Leg number 2. Here we go. But yeah, I think if I were to get the Titanic, I'd want to make sure and have, like, you know how sometimes people put those, like, little tables behind their couches if their couch is kind of in the middle of a room? I would think the Titanic would be a nice thing to put in, like, a box on like a lowered table, and then you could put stuff on top of it, like kind of like the Titanic is in the box because it's long. So because I know I've seen people make a coffee table out with the Millennium Falcon in it, and that'd be cool because then it's like a statement piece in your house and you can always see it all the time. Like, I'm not the type of female that's like loves like home decor just for the sake of home decor. I like home decor that I have like a connection to. Like, I got a photo of like an autographed photo of something, or like art from a movie that's inspired by one of my favorite movies or something like that, or Lego sets as models. Because then it means something to me. Because kind of just some random art piece. I'm not really an art person. So, like, a random art piece to me doesn't really mean much. It's like, I don't have any connection to that thing. I didn't paint it. The painter who made it has a connection to it. But, like, things that are, like, my own memories and stuff like that are things I'd rather have around my house. Are these the long ones? Yes. Okay. Things that make me happy, not just, oh, this was a pretty picture. With the exception of, like, I found some photography that was like enhanced photography of, like, looking out to space. So it's like photos of space that then they've like enhanced and like put a bunch of colors and stuff, so it's like has really pretty colors, but it's like a photo of some place like looking at the galaxy, and it's really pretty. If you want to check out that art, I can let you know. It is Craig Andrianos photography, I think is how you say it, and his family, I found him because I watched, his family has a candy company called Hercules Candy on YouTube, and he does photography, and so he started selling some art, and he did like a Black Friday sale, and I was like, I really like those pictures. Like, that's kind of, I love space pictures, so I was like, that'd be really cool, and so we got them. And so those are hanging up in our bedroom because I really just liked how they looked. But it was like a real thing, not just like an art piece that someone came up with. Which, no shade to anyone who likes that. I just don't connect to it very well. Okay. We got his feet. Okay, then we put these here. Is that right? No. That's not how the other side went. We put this on the side. Goodness, I really wish this like random cough would go away. I don't have COVID anymore. I don't need to be coughing all the time. Okay. There's that. And then we do this thing. And those pieces. Indeed. Yes, the ISS would be really cool. That'd be something I think like would be like my dad's favorite thing, because he's obsessed with anything lunar landing or anything like space, because his like childhood thing was, I think he was 10? No. I think he was 7 or something. Like, the perfect impressionable age for a kid whenever the lunar landing happened. And so that was like a cornerstone thing for him to be excited about as a kid. And so he's like obsessed with everything lunar landing and space and all of that. And he and my brother went on a road trip to go see the SpaceX stuff in South Padre, Texas. And that was really cool. I think my dad's partially responsible for my Star Wars obsession, because I was about 7 whenever I saw the original Star Wars movies. And so then I was at that impressionable age to get obsessed with something. And here we are. Does anyone else have something when they were like around 7, 8 or 6, 7, 8 when you like remember being really excited about something specific? Because I feel like that's kind of the age when you start like forming your little obsessions in a way. Things that you're like excited about and you have a lot of nostalgia for. I know like Disney was always a thing that I had as a kid, like movies like The Lion King and Little Mermaid and things like that. But then when I was 7, I saw Star Wars and I'm like, this is up there. I like this a lot. I think it was because I was little and I watched the movies with like 1990s version of home surround sound, and that blew my mind because it was just like all the sounds and stuff of it were really cool, and of course lightsabers. And I probably had like a little crush on Luke Skywalker at that age. So that will do it. Here we go. There we go. Some of these pieces are a little finicky, but like once you get them, they're like sturdy and not going anywhere. Okay. So this is like that. Okay. This is the piece that I did earlier. Okay, and then this piece. No, where is it? It has, oh, here it is. This goes through here. Pretty sure, yeah. Goes through there. Oh, and then the little flat piece. And this other little foot. Or the back of his foot. I think we still have to build these little pieces. The little front part of his foot do not fall. Okay. This. And also whoever like makes these Lego sets, like they're really good at instructions. Like it's kind of hard to misread these instructions. Like they're really straightforward and make a lot of sense. Which is good because I'm sure that has something to do with the ages, however many and up these are. Which reminds me that, like, RIP Betty White, but whenever she was, like, people were kind of waiting on her to turn 100, and there was a trend going around saying when she turns 100, she won't get to play with Legos anymore because, like, a lot of the Lego boxes, this says 14 plus, but there were some, like, age something to 99 or something like that, and so everyone was like, oh no, she won't be able to play with Legos. But, and then I think when she ended up passing away, some people were like, she didn't want to live in a world where she couldn't play Legos. So she went before she turned 100. I think that's what was going on, but it's kind of like sad for her, but it's just like also kind of funny. Like sometimes you have to laugh at things so you're not as sad. Okay, am I doing this right? Okay. This goes on the other side. Okay, there. that goes like this, right? Little chicken legs. The thing with this BD-1 set is whenever after I played Fallen Order, I really wanted like a Funko Pop of just BD-1, but they had like Cal and BD-1 and things like that. But it's like, listen, Cal's cool and all, but the star of the show is the baby. So I'm gonna need you to get on that. So this is kind of a great stand-in for not getting a BD-1 like Funko, like standalone Funko Pop. I'm like, I'll take a basically life-size Lego set of him. That's cool too. Look, he stands. I did it. Okay, he can stand. Okay, he's not done yet, but there's his little body. Okay, put him. Okay, we're not done yet. Man. Okay. How far are we? We've gone at like an hour and 12 minutes, so we're already this far. So maybe we'll finish this tonight, but we shall see. It's like speed build. Need to stop chatting. But then that would not be a very fun stream if I was just silent the whole time. That'd be a little creepy. This is a good time. It's like what Deanna thinks about when she's all by herself and just lets herself talk. Speaking of talking, like I'm an introvert generally, and like I take a bit to kind of like warm up to people because I kind of have to like wait and see what the vibe is of some people before I'm like comfortable talking to them. I'm like, are you a judgy vibe or are you a fun vibe? Like, are you chill? Like, what is the situation? So I kind of just am quiet. But I think whenever I'm in a situation where I'm comfortable, sometimes you can't shut me up. And fun story about that is when I was in like, I want to say like late junior high, I was on like a Girl Scout trip, which I wasn't in Girl Scouts very long because I found out they didn't go camping very much, and that made me sad. I was on a Girl Scout trip, and one of the mom chaperones noticed while I was in the car that I was chatty, and she invited me to do the academic competition called impromptu speaking, where you were given a topic and you just have to talk on it for a bit. I wasn't good at it because I think I was kind of like ADD the way I talked, because I would just go off on random tangents, kind of like I do all the time now. But she's like, you like to talk a lot. You should do this as a thing. I didn't do too great, but it was just one of those things where I was like, you talk a lot. Let's make this work for everybody. But that's that story, I guess. Where am I? Oh, this goes here. But then that's the other problem, is I talk too much and I lose what I'm doing and I forget. But yeah, and also on the like I'm kind of quiet when I first meet people. Oh, I have to do that 2 times. It's funny because fun story about how Cameron and I met that also goes with Star Wars is Cameron and I met like in a church group, and so from what he told me, his first impression of me was that I was standoffish and I was kind of quiet and just like, I don't know what vibe he was getting, but his words were standoffish. And I remember that because I was like, I never thought about it that way. But then when he reached out. I had gone to Star Wars Celebration, and he reached out to me asking if I would go on his podcast and talk about it. I was like, oh, well, I'm quiet unless you ask me to talk about the things that I'm obsessed with, and then I won't be quiet anymore ever again. And so, what, you and Cameron know each other? Hide. Yeah, and so then he was like, hey, come on my podcast and chat about Star Wars. And I'm like, don't mind if I do. And then one thing led to another. Started talking, started dating long distance, then ended up engaged, and then rest is history. But yeah, so I think it's kind of funny that I have been known to be chatty and quiet all at the same time. It just depends on if the vibe is right. Because if the vibe isn't right and I'm quiet, that must mean there's something wrong with you. I'm just kidding. Or I'm just uncomfortable for some reason. Which is fine. Or I'm just tired. Sometimes I'm just quiet because I'm just sleepy. And I'm just like, I would like to be just in bed right now. And that's fine too. This and then... Oh, I missed this step. No. This. Oh, this step. Okay. This and these. These are his little feet. And then like it is. Cool. Are these extras? Oh no, they probably go on the inside. Those might be extras, so okay. Here's his little feet. And then he puts his name first in the Twitch channel. Oh yeah, we had a fun discussion about what we were gonna do about the Twitch channel. And I think it just rolled off the tongue better saying Cameron's name first. And it kind of sounded weird going Deanna or Deanna, and then we went Deanna plus, and then, I don't know, it just worked, it just sounded better putting Cameron's name first. Also, it's in alphabetical order then too, so that's kind of cool. I don't mind. It was a discussion. Okay, here's his little feet. Like this. But yeah, if people didn't know, Cameron and I we dated and were engaged entirely long distance. And then he moved down here whenever like 2 weeks before we got married. I visited him a few times. It's like when I say it, it sounds insane because it kind of is, but also it's kind of fun to be like, yeah, you know how everyone was like, oh, long distance relationships don't work. I'm like, well, we got married, so it worked for us. I don't know what's wrong with everybody else. Maybe it's just they're not the right people. So, don't be afraid to try long distance if you really care about somebody. And that's my bit of advice. Number 3. Just because everyone says long distance doesn't work, doesn't mean that that's the truth. I think long distance doesn't work if it's not the right person. Like, if it fails, it's not because of the long distance, it's because that relationship wasn't going to work out anyway. I will say, though, it's not fun. Like, it's much preferred to be with that person. But it is doable. As long as, I think, too, you have that, like an end goal. Like, as long as the relationship has that light at the end of the tunnel, that is, this is only temporary. Like, this is not for forever. Because if you don't really have that end goal and it's kind of like, well, we don't know how long, then that could get frustrating really quickly. But if you know and are determined to make it only temporary, I think you'll make it work. Okay, what are we doing? We need these pieces. 4 of them. Also, one of my best friends is on a date tonight with someone she's been talking to. And if any people watching would like to send good vibes out into the universe, that would be great. Because I just want her to be happy and have all the best things. And so hopefully this guy she's meeting with is a nice person. So, all the prayers for that situation for my friend. If you please. But it's like in the grand scheme of things not that important, but it affects her greatly when stuff like that doesn't go well. It affects her self-esteem. So that's not fun. Okay. Okay, chicken soul feet. Yay, he's got legs. Gamer boy Nikolai. And Flat Cap Dapper Pastor is also sending up hearts. Yes, thank you for the loves. For best of luck to your friend. Yes, thank you. Speaking of, let me make sure the guy she hasn't texted. So I guess maybe the guy is not a serial killer. They've been talking online, but it's one of those things like, how do you know that they're actually the person they say they are and not being a pretend. Okay, so this goes right below this joint like this. And then first time meeting you. Hello, have you been in Humar's stuff before? Nicholas, okay. Nicholas. Come on, BD. It's not that hard. Why is this struggle bus? Okay, we'll try this one. Maybe it's just this piece is kind of wonky. Yeah, I don't have small. My hands are tiny. Come on. We'll try the other one to make sure I'm not crazy. Hey, I work at a hospital, and that's the forbidden word, because the second you say it's the Q word, it gets not that. It becomes not the quiet. Why is this one? It worked on this side. What's going on? I'm a struggle suddenly. Oh, here we go. I figured out a trick. If you do this and you push the bottom in, it goes in. Haha! Find some wood to knock on. Yeah. Does IKEA particle like wood work? Okay. That was probably loud for the microphone. I'm sorry. Okay. I did that. That took forever to do with tiny pieces. Also, Game Boy Nicholas. Look at the page. There's a little BD-1 that's like loading on the page. I thought that was so cute. It's a nice little detail. Oh, here we go with the fun wires. Okay. Whoops. Little pieces are dropping. You're on thin ice. Cameron's hopped into mine a few times and just followed y'all. You're on thin ice. Thanks for awesome. That's an awesome touch. Yes, it is. It's so cute. He's the cutest little droid that ever was. Okay. So we have these little like wire things. It looks like oh my gosh, you know what these are? They're like whips from like Indiana Jones or something. Or like a Catwoman set. That's really funny. I love it when they have like things that were made for something else, but then they use them for this. That's really funny. Cause I know like the bonsai tree are the bonsai tree with the cherry blossoms are frogs. Like they're just pink frogs, pink Lego frogs, and I think that's hilarious. Oh, interesting. But yeah, they're little whips. That's funny. That one's not very sturdy, but And like, I think one of the other, I think it's the Orchid set, has the Demogorgon from Stranger Things is the that is one of the, oh, this came out like that. There. The Demogorgon is one of the flowers. They just like painted a different color. And that's super fun. And this plugs in right above that. They're not super snug, but yeah, these are like little gold whips. So creative. Oh, I put that one in the wrong one. This one goes in this. Wait, no I didn't. That was right. And this one goes above it. Okay. Jessie Lee, hello. Want to be famous? Okay, Cameron, can you ban them? That's not a real person. It's a buy followers thing. Oh, is that a joke? It's a real person. They are a real person. They're making a joke. Oh my gosh, I've never seen you before. You got me. That happens so much that's a thing. But you're gonna like, you're gonna get yourself in trouble. You're almost gonna get yourself banned like you almost did just now. Be careful where you use that. Good thing Cameron was here and knew who you were. And also that I don't know how to ban people. I can't remember. That's funny. Okay, where are we? Well, welcome. Is it Jessie? I was the bot all along. It was me. I was the bot. That's funny. I was the bot. That's like an Invader Zim quote. It was me. I was the turkey all along. I love Gurr. I didn't watch a lot, but I watched some Invader Zim. I think my brother's really into it. This must not be the right piece because they're not going on. How does this work? Oh, they go around the corners. I'm silly. Okay. But there are some Invaders in quotes seared into my brain that I'll never forget, so there we are. Who's been messing up everything? It's been Agatha all along. Bum, 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 bum. Love it. I love Agatha. Like WandaVision was really good, but she stole the show. I was like, that is an amazing character. And I love that. I wonder if she was always going to have her own movie, like they announced. Or if that was like oh, people love her, so yeah. Or if they're always kind of like just have, like movie ideas on the back burner, and then Marvel's just like ready to pounce on anything that's like the people latch onto. So it could be they just have a million like scripts or people working on stuff, and they're like, oh, people really like Agatha, we gotta make that a movie, like just ready to fan service at any moment. Which I feel like could be a good thing and a bad thing, because it's like good for business, but at the same time it's kind of like we just always get what we want. Which sounds good in theory, but it's kind of like it might get old after a while. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just be happy being happy all the time. Is this the right piece? I think so. Yeah, that looks right. Oh, that's, what are we building? This. We're building his little leg. Where am I? I'm here. Oh, let me flip it over. And then, where's this piece? And one of these. One of these. What is this? Oh, this goes on here. Like so. And then one of these. Like so. Then this. Like that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the lyric, Nitrogen V. I guess they had an idea for the ag of the show, as long as fans didn't hate her. Yeah, it's kind of like we have an idea, but if people hate her, we won't do it. That must be a fun place to work, the Marvel Studios. It's probably like fun and stressful at the same time. Because I've heard like a lot of creative places like Pixar and things, it's like it's fun, but they wear you out. Like you are exhausted. Because I've met some people that have worked, or one or two people that have worked for Pixar, and they're like, it was amazing, but I couldn't do it forever because they just get so much out of them. Like it's kind of like a doctor almost situation where you're just like constantly working and constantly coming up with ideas. Which I could see how that would get really exhausting really fast. Oh, this is it. Okay. Oh, no, it's not it. We'll go over here. Okay, so we flip it like this. Sorry, you can't really see it that well. But we're over here. Okay, and we do these pieces. And then these. And if anyone in chat has played Fallen Order, is anyone else as excited as I am about the sequel? I was so excited when they announced that. Where did they announce it at Celebration? Is that when that was? I think it was, because I think they announced this at the same time, this Lego set around that time. But I'm super excited for that. I have a lot of questions after the trailer came out. I don't know what any of this is. But I'm curious to see where our characters are gonna go next. And if they do anything to BD-1, we riot and we get angry. Because BD-1 is baby. You don't hurt baby. At least it's a nice thing about droids in those movies is half the time they can always be repaired. They're never like permanently gone unless they get like melted down or something, but we're not going to manifest anything like that, are we? No. That would be a bad. Okay. What is that? It's a... There's a triangle. And then is that just like a flat piece? Did I do this one? No. Did they leave a piece out? I guess it's this. It's just not on the list. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I think it was at Celebration. Okay. Okay, here's his little leg. It's his right leg. And it goes just below... Where? The second one's like this. Careful. There we go. There's the foot, part of his leg. Okay. Now we're gonna make, I guess, his thigh. His little quad. Okay. Also with projects, I'm one of those people, like once I start them, I have a hard time stopping until it's done. Cameron knows this. I've had to like have him be like, I haven't eaten anything all day because I've just been working on this project. I need to eat. I need sustenance. just get in the zone, and it's hard to stop once you're in the zone. Okay, there's a black piece still have holes in them. Cameron, what game are you playing in there? I keep probably interrupting whatever it is. Tales of Arise. Is that the one you were playing earlier? The anime looking one? Sometimes he just has all these new games sometimes, and I'm like, wait, when did that one appear? Where'd that one come from? Just all the games all the time. I don't know how he knows about all of these things, because I only know about the 2 games I play. The anime, okay, cool. We go like this, and like this. Okay. Is that how that goes? Okay. I don't know why I'm questioning the great Legos. They know what they're doing. Okay. Flip over. It's nice when they show the little flip over icon. Because then you're like, wait, what am I looking at? You're like, oh, they told me to flip it over. So this goes like this. Goodness. Okay. Circle. A blue thing. And then some more of these little flat curvy pieces. And then we flip this like it up, like it is. Okay. Then one of these. And this. And then where are these? Okay, then that goes. Oh, Cam is sneezing. Bless you. And then. Oh, we don't. Oh, do we do it again? Yes. Okay. Thanks. You're welcome. Normally we have the doors closed to this office, but it's so hot here that we just have to leave them open to help get some form of airflow. Because it's just so hot. It's the worst. Because we have to like our living room is gets the most air conditioning. And so we use like fans to kind of blow that cooler air into the other 2 rooms. Because these other 2, or bedroom and this room, get pretty hot. It is not the best. The rest of the year is fine. It's just these 100-degree summers that make life difficult. Don't move to Texas if you can help it. Go to a nicer weather place. Like, it's nice most of the year. It's just these summers make you want to escape. If nothing else makes you want to escape, that will. That or the tornadoes. Or the politics. You never know. everyone's got their own opinions. Wait. Is this the right? Yes, that's right. The flat side goes towards this way. Like that. Like that. Okay. And then we flip it over, right? Why do I feel like this gap is huge? Questions everything. There's that, and that, and that. Oh, I see what I did. This just needs to come in one. There we go. There. That looks more correct. Okay. I was like, wait, something does not look right. Okay. We have these little clip things. Go that way. This way. Like that. And then this goes like that. Oh, I should have put that other piece on first. Like this. Okay. And then a flat. Where's the flat? This flat goes here. Then a single. Then a this. Okay, sorry, just checking on stuff. Then a gray thing here, and then did I? Oh. We're not done. We need to add this. And what is that? This little thing goes. Oh, there's 3 of those. So the one goes here. Also, something that's exciting about this set is that I think it's supposed to come with his little like healing stems, like in the game, that he gives Cal to heal him. And so I'm super, and I think it's like a little compartment. I'm super excited about that. Oh, flip it over one more time. He's got intricate thighs. Okay. But you've never heard someone say someone's thighs were intricate. I don't think that's a typical descriptor for such things. Okay, and then those little, these pieces. Is that right? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, here's the other one. Okay. Wait. Did I miss something back here? I did indeed. This goes here. Okay. It's like, wait. My piece does not look like that. Okay. Does it frame this? I think so. And I think it goes like that. Okay. And then I think the top, and then it goes like it is. Is that right? Hang on. No, I think it should go all the way. Wait. Why do I feel like this shouldn't go here? That's right, though. Okay, it does stick out slightly. It's supposed to do that. Okay. Just make sure. Okay. Okay, I think, or maybe not. Maybe that's not quite right. Is that right? Okay, that looks more right because it's like touching right here. Okay, there's his little foot. Oh, look at me. Oh, it's coming together. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Okay, here's his other thigh. So everything's on the same page. What time is it? Getting close to 9. Why is time? I really want to finish him tonight, which we might just do no matter what. Sleep be damned. Okay. I don't need sleep. I'm making Legos. Playing Legos. Who needs sleep when you're having fun? I mean, I do because I work. Cameron says do it, so we can always get caffeines in the morning. Also, because if I keep building Lego, it means he gets to keep playing games. I know what his motive is here. I don't blame him. I know the motive. Okay, this way goes on. Why does this look wrong? Because it is. Why is it wrong? Because I did it wrong, that's why. Okay. Okay. Where did the piece go? Okay. Wait. Okay. Then, okay, this is the part that we messed up last time. We do this, flip this over. And then we do like, I've already done this once. Why am I acting confused? Okay. There's that. Oh, and one of these. Where is it? Okay, and then these. And then this. Oh, it's this. Oh, okay. And this goes like this. Act like I don't know. Okay. It's always weird because it's like different on the other side. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do this one. And the other one. And then the flat thing. Like this. And then this other flat ones on the side. And that goes like that. And then we take 4 and 3. One of these. And one of, what is it? These. Like so. Then we put that up here. Like that. Wait. Oh, this is his bottom leg. That's why I was confused. I was like, we have to do his top leg again. Okay. Now I did top leg again. I can't sing it quite right because copyright. Gotta make it unrecognizable. Okay. I'm gonna put the curvy pieces. I wonder how many different Lego pieces are in existence. Like unique pieces. Not including like that piece and all the different colors it is, but you know, it's probably a lot. I did that completely wrong. Is this the time to use this? Well, it helped. Okay. So we have this, and then we put the circle thing on. And then this thing. 1,000,000 pieces. Got a song stuck in my head, but I can't sing it right now. But it's from a show I was watching earlier. Okay. This kind of looks like the Enterprise, which is kind of sacrilege because it's a Star Wars set. Okay. There's that. Okay, we need the little flat piece before we flip it over. That goes here. And then another flat that goes. Why does that look wrong? Because it is. Wow, this thing is amazing. Okay, so we have this. This goes. Wait. It goes like this. Like that. And then this goes like this. Okay. Goodness. Okay. And then there's a one piece. Wait, now I flip it over. I think what bag are you on? 3? Yeah, because 4's over there. What am I doing? Okay, here we go. Lost my train of thought. It's almost 9. Been going for 2 hours. I mean, that's kind of halfway done, but I also don't want to stop. Because the other pieces might go faster. But we'll see. It's hard to know how long the chicken will take to make. Because he is a little chicken. It's adorable. Okay. Wait, we have his whole head to make. Which, I don't know how long that'll take. But his like bottom half is all done. Just about. Once I finish this bit. Okay. Where are those?
have those pieces? Or am I losing my mind? Or did I put one of them? Oh, I know what I did. I put one of his pieces on the other side. There. Okay. I was like, that's why that didn't fit earlier. Because I did it wrong. Remember earlier when I said that their instructions are really good? I still mess up. Okay. Okay, here we go. Because sometimes my brain likes to read into what they want you to do. And half the time that's wrong. This, then this, and this, and that, and this, and this. And then a flat. And then a circle. And then these. Kind of picks up when you run out of pieces. It's like, oh, so you can't have to search for them anymore. Okay. And his, wait, no. We skipped the same step we did last time. I did not put this here. There. Oh, no, we're not done yet. Getting excited. Wait, we have to do that piece. Okay, I do. Where are they? These. This. Flat on top. And then these. How do these go? Like that, I think. Then like that, and like that. Okay, here we go. Now he has a leg, right? Right, okay. Ooh, kind of tough. There we go. There he is. Okay, his little legs are done. Yay. At least I think they're done. Oh no, we have to add a few accessories. But they're simple. Kind of like I need to go into like speed build mode or something. Okay. Two rings that go. How do these go?
Okay, and then we've got some pieces that are like this. Go like this, and then like oh, it's not that piece. This, and then this. And then this. And we do that again. Go this, and then like this, and like this. These little pieces. They're just like little pieces of flare. Like this. And then where do they go? Like that. Accessorizing. Okay. Okay, and these go through this. That's a huge pass-through. Okay. That is nerve-wracking. Is that right? That's scary. Okay. What am I doing? Let's try going this way. Okay. Okay, that was probably not ideal, but there we go. Okay, there's just a little bit tough. Okay. Okay, now we have all these little pieces. This goes above there and above that. So it's kind of like secure. Okay, we're moving right along. Oh, we're on another bag. Why do I have these two extra pieces? Well, I guess we'll never know. They're probably extras. Okay, the body can go over here. Okay. Okay, we're making part of his head, so we're moving on to his head. Okay, let's see how quickly we can put this together. Speed build. Then another long piece in a regular 4.
build BD's little foundation. Okay, that's right. Does this piece go all the way across? Yes. And then another one of these. And this. And red. Does it hang off the side? Yes, it does. Okay. This, and then wait, no, goes like this, and then like this, and then like that. And then this piece, and 3, then the corners, and this one, and this one, then a couple 3s. 3, and then this goes, whoops, on the edge of this. Hey Locksteady, what's going on? We are trying to make quicker progress of the BD-1. We have his little body and his little legs, and we are started on his head. So that's where we're at right now. So, much excite. This was my birthday present from Cameron, and I love him. And Cameron. Trying to do fast build. Fast build. Woo. Okay. These colors always make me think of McDonald's. And now I want French fries. Flip over, and then these little things. Wait. There's this. Okay, we want to be on that side. Okay. Hello? There. Why did the second one go in perfectly? Okay, and then the 2. Alright, flip it back over. Okay, this is his head. And then we need the long white up here. Oops, be careful. Okay. This one seems like there's a lot more like bigger pieces. this the wrong thing? Oh yeah, it is. I was like, that doesn't look quite right. Okay. And then these thingies go. What did I do now? That's what I did. Okay. There. Okay, and then I love the snapping sounds of Legos going together. It's very satisfying. Okay, we have these funny looking pieces. Where's the other one? Oh, here he is. Okay. And then this goes in. How? Oh, you know what this is? This must be where the stems come out. It slides like that. Oh, I'm so excited. Yes. Okay. So that's like that, but then what did I miss over here? Oh, nothing. Okay. That's just, sometimes these pictures are funky looking. Okay. Then we take this, like that, and then where is it? Oh, here we go. It's already late. Okay. But you know what? Sometimes we just will need caffeine tomorrow. Because I want baby to be finished tonight. Where is that piece? Hello. Okay, we have this. Oh, they're like little overhangs. Right? Oh, they're not black. I was looking for black pieces. I was like, what? Okay. Thanks for the lurk. Gotta go to bed. Yeah, I do too, but it's hard right now. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, and then this goes how? Like that. Whoops. Okay. Gotta build faster. Trying to think of like what the cutoff is for calling the stream, or if we just go. Because it kind of feels silly to cut it off if I'm still building. So I feel like we're at least most of the way, we're mostly done. Oh, did I have to do that twice? I'm very confused. Oh, no, it's just one of these. Okay. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, so we have 2 of these. That makes more sense. Okay. It's like, did I skip a step? Did not put it past me to have done so. Okay, and then we have a little flat piece, or like a little domed piece that then goes under here, like so. And then these little tubes. Okay, this brown one goes here, and then the red one goes here. And then that goes, looking at it this way, goes this way. Okay. Now we have these pieces, or one of these that goes here, and 2 of those. 2 of these circles. So you can just go that way we don't just stop and pick it back up. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It might not be enough to do it again. Because I think, like, we're pretty far the way through. This has become a marathon. Okay. One of these. This, another one of these, this, on top of that, and then these on the side. Okay, and we have this big piece. Like, I feel like it's starting to pick up. Say that, and then 1, 2, 3, and then long piece, and then this piece, and then another piece. So, okay. Two flats here and here. Okay, and then these go here underneath. Flip it over, put the red, almost done with this bag anyway. Okay. Then these here. And then the yellow goes like that, I think. And then these little pieces go next to these. Then this, that, flip, then these here and here, and then these go like that and like that. Okay. Chunk, yeah, look at him. Isn't he cute? We're working on his head. Okay. Then we need 3 of these. And 1 of these. Times 2. It's only 3. Okay. I think if I'm in bed by 11, that's a win. We'll set that goal, maybe. Okay. Oh, wait. I did that backwards. These go inwards like this. Okay, and then like that, like this, and a flat, a little gray. Here, we'll flip it around so I have it going the right way. Okay, and then we are here, so we need, yeah, 1 of these. Okay, we just did that. And that goes on here, here, and then we have this and this. There's 3 of those. There's 3 white things. Where does the third one go? Here, here, and here. Okay, and then like this, like this. And then 1 of these here, 1 of these here. Okay. I love it. It does these like fun like exclamations when it's like it's like exciting, you get to add a thing to the thing. Okay, how do we do that though? Okay. So this piece goes directly on this piece, like this. Careful. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's that. Coming together. Okay, that's on there. Then this piece goes here. And one goes there. And these go here and here. Two, and then these pieces. What did I just do? I did something wrong. Just come off. Okay, these cover up these, and then these go here. These go here. I'm gonna put this and this. These go here. Where did all of these go? Did I have to do those anywhere? I don't remember seeing those. No. Maybe they're in the next step. Bag number 5. Light at the end of the tunnel. The bags are having fewer. Don't forget to use all the pieces. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we'll set that to the side. Okay, we're going this way. Speed build. And this goes up here. And these, oh, they're bigger ones. It's a big one with a little one. Oh, not like that though. It goes like this. And then, must be the other one. Yeah, like that. Okay, then we have one of these, a 1 and a 2. So this goes like this. This goes. Oh, we need another 2. Like these. And then this goes on the corner. And then this goes here. Okay, and then this goes like this. Okay. And then this piece goes over here. Wait, hang on. Red piece goes like this. Somehow. There. And the white one. And another white one. See, BD is almost to the end over here. We're getting close. Okay, then a 3. 3. And another 3. Does that hang over? I guess so. 3 and 3 and a 1. Or another 2. This goes up here. This goes. I'd probably still be on the first bag. I was on the first bag at 7, so it's been quite a while. I'm definitely feeling it in my back, but I was also already sore from working out yesterday, so it could just be that. Okay, this I did not do quite right. Because this goes here, and then that goes there. Okay. Okay. Then we have a flat. And one of those little doohickeys, one of these little things. Not that one though. This one. And this. No, that doesn't go there. And okay, yeah, there's a red one that matches it. That goes there. Not that one, this one. Okay, and then the white one goes here, and then the red one goes. Oh wait, no, it's a smaller red one. Smaller red one. And that circle thing here. And then a flat thing here. And here, and then one of these, and then one, 2, 3, and then this, and the red flat one, and then one of these. It's weird when they like build it intentionally to have like little voids in it. Okay, and then this pops onto here like this. How? Is it like this? Or it hangs off a little bit? Oh, this lines up with the front. Okay. Somehow. Is it taking some like wiggling or something? Okay, here we go. Yeah, it just kind of takes a little bit of adjustment. Okay. Okay. And then this, and a long piece, First time chat, D. Greg's Batman. Thank you for the lurk. We're just building some Lego. We're trying to finish this up as quickly as possible so I can go to sleep because this is taking longer than expected. But I'm determined to build my little baby chicken droid because I love him. And I will sleep well knowing I have a little baby droid. Okay. And then this goes like this. And this goes like that. Okay. And that goes like that. And that goes like that. Okay. And then these little gray pieces. Back here. And then this piece here. Oh no, it goes like this. And then one of these. Everyone just calls me Batman. Okay. How many pieces was this build? I do not know. Oh, it says 1,062. Okay, and then another gray piece, and a white, and then the red one, and then the black one, oh no, and then the white one, then the black one, and then the other black one, and the gray one. Okay. Yeah, Cameron's playing games in the other room while I'm in here trying to speed build. I think I underestimated how long this was gonna take. But it's all good. I don't get to build Legos every day, so it's fine. Not every day you get to build a special set like this. Where's that piece that I was looking for? Oh, it's right here. Okay. And then there's some gray. No, those are right here. Okay. And then the white piece. Is that right? Yeah. And then on a flat. And then, oh, he has a little button. Okay, so, and at the end we have one of these. And then a flat. And then the circle. And then another flat. And then this. And then this. And this little button thing. And then this. And then that. Okay. Next page. Yay! We get to add it to this. Okay. It's always like how exactly. His little head is almost done. It's like the question of, did I build it correctly? And make sure everything is snapped in where it needs to be. Okay. Because then it goes on. That's not. No. Okay. All right. We good? Is everything all snug? Okay. Oh, that's where those pieces go. They go on the front. I found them. They go here. I knew I'd forgotten something. Bless you. Thank you. Okay. Alrighty. Click, click, it says. Click, click. Okay. Oh, this is a whole piece. I was like, how am I supposed to build that? This goes here. This goes next to it. That. And then this other one goes like this. And so this can move, kind of. And this goes in the middle. And these ones go on the top. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. How is this supposed to work? So we do face it like this. This goes like this. Goes where? Like this? Okay, here's another top-down view. Okay, so there's one in the front. It goes. Oh, I think I see. No. Oh, that's what's going on. I understand now. And then there's another piece that you push in over on this side. Okay. So that goes like that. Interesting. Huh. Okay, so now we're looking at it this way. Oh, we're on the last bag. It's happening. Let me make sure I didn't miss something. I don't think I did.
I found the minifigure. He's so cute. I think we'll be done by like 10:30. Maybe it's late. He's so small. Look. Look at the baby. He's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna try to block some of the detail in the background. Look at him. Oh my gosh, baby. He can go here. He's so small. He's smaller than I expected him to be. He's like Baby Yoda Lego size. Okay. So excited about the tiny. Okay, now we have a lot of small pieces now. I need 2 of these. Oh, here's the other one. Okay. So we're looking at the back, and these go into these holes here. We gotta make his little face. Okay. Which is, I think, what we're doing right now. Okay. And we have 4. 2. And then one of these pieces. That. And like this. And then on top of that we have this. We have 3. Here's the 3. And 3. And this. And then one of those upturned ones. Not that one. It's the one with the buttons on the inside. Oh, here it is. Oh, and then I think there's a yeah, there's a single underneath. There. There's that, and then this goes on this. 1, 2, 4, 3. Oh, I skipped a step, but it's fine. 3. A raid, Space Hawk. Thank you. We're just trying to finish up building BD-1 here. As fast as we can because some of us need to sleep, sadly. But thank you so much. We're nearing the end. We have his little body and we're working on his little head right now. So we're nearing the end of BD-1's little build. We're on the last bag, so these are the last Legos we have. And then we get to sleep. We get to be excited and sleep. And the welcome raiders, and I'll again show you. Oh, you just okay, Fallen Order. Well, here's baby, and look how tiny little BD-1 is. He is so small. It comes with a little minifigure. He goes right there. It's the cutest little thing. So how appropriate that a Fallen Order raid popped in while I'm literally building BD-1. That's amazing. We couldn't have planned that better, but we didn't plan it at all. Do I have to build that twice? I do. So, okay. I got excited. Okay. Is that how that looks? Yes. Okay. Now we gotta do that again. We do this. And then 2 of these. No, we did it. Or did we? We did not. We should have. That's almost like we did, but no. Just telepathically planned it in our brains. But yeah, this was Cameron's birthday gift to me because I asked for it after they announced it at Star Wars Celebration. And I was like, I love BD-1. I must have him. He is baby. He is best baby. He's best little chicken.
And so I must build him. And that is how that went. Okay. We need this. I think we put one of these here. And one of these here. Cameron is stirring in the other room. And this. And then this. Come on. You gotta go to bed soon, or it's past your bedtime. Did I do this the same? No, because I've completely left off the top pieces. We need a flat piece. Here's that. And then we need this. Best droid for sure. Headed to Disney exactly one. Us too, man. Us too. I checked in for our cruise last night. I'm so stoked. I'm super excited. And I know you're going on a very, very special trip. And I am ecstatic for you guys. I love like Disney as like a celebration of things, and that's amazing. I'm so happy for you guys. I don't look happy, but I'm ecstatic. I'm just trying to get this done. Just trying to finish. Oh, they're little lightsaber blades. That's fun. But you guys are going to have a blast. Just make sure you bring your rain gear, because it is hurricane season and also like rainy season in Florida. So be prepared. Oh, it's one of the eyes. Hopefully the adoption happens in time. It got pushed back a couple times. Oh yeah, dumb court making things hard. But hopefully all is squared away. Do they know that they're getting adopted, or is it a surprise? I would assume they would have consented to being adopted. But I've never been through that process. I don't know what it's like. Okay, no, this goes like this. Oh yes, and they're excited. Oh, good. A little family that was meant to be. That's so exciting. Sometimes people though will make like a whole make it a surprise. But and I know there's some people that like I know other people who've gone to Disney for that very reason. I think it's super sweet because you can get like first family pictures with Mickey and stuff, like official family. I always admire people too who adopt or foster or anything like that, because there's a lot of kids out there that need loving homes and people to take care of them that they otherwise wouldn't have. And then there are people who just want to love people, so it all works out. How in the world does this work? Oh, it goes like that. Ah, I see. It looks kind of interesting. Oh, cool. Oh, I see. Oh, his face is coming together. It's upside down because it's gonna go like that. But I'm excited to make the little stems, because it comes with little stems. I think these are part of it. So it comes with his little healing things also, which is super cool. That's probably the part that sold me on this set, was like it comes with the compartment. This is the compartment to hold the little stems like in the game. Also super excited for the second Fallen Order game. I was like kind of sad if there's only gonna be one, but no, we're getting another one. Another. Where is the piece I'm looking for? These are not the pieces you were looking for. Is there a gray piece? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, and then he's got a little blue disc. Let go. I was gonna father-in-law to build a droid with me, a droid duplicate. Yes! Build the droid. You gotta do one or the other. You either gotta build a lightsaber or the droid. Or both, you know, but that just takes a lot of time. But do what you want. Both are super fun. And then you get to play with the little droids in the land. Oh, that, I preemptively did that. Okay. Okay, the other eye that goes in. Okay. Oh, we're so nearing the end. Okay. Need to go to sleep, but I think we'll be okay. Sorry, itchy. There's that. Goes like this. Little piece like that. Okay, and then I want a gonk droid. Lightsaber thing would be super cool. I want to build a BB-1, an astromech. I think they also, that you can't build them, but they also sell chopper droids there, I believe. So like if there's not time for everyone to build, they have you can buy little chopper ones, or like the pre-built like same droid ones. Chopper, the little space war criminal, but we love him. Is that it? I was confused. Oh wait, no, the top piece. His little face. Okay. His little, oh god, his little antennas. Okay. It's like you think you're almost done, and then it's like, no, here's 50 more pieces you gotta do. Okay. I think I'm also like sleepy in here because it's like warm in here. In this room. Okay, we'll put 3 of these on. And then a little red button. Oh, you can buy a mouse droid. You can get a mouse droid popcorn bucket. But they might sell the toy one too. I'm not sure. One, two. Oh, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's interesting. I'm like, wait, where am I? What year is it? Okay, there we go. And then one of these. And then the square. Okay. And then flip it over, and then we have this. Is that right? No, that can't be right. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. There it goes. You just gotta snap it. Okay, his little antenna goes down. Okay, and then make another one. And then you guys are, I think, are staying at Caribbean Beach. If you could build a BD droid, they should sell those at least. That'd be so fun. But yeah, y'all are staying at Caribbean Beach, which that'll be fun with the Skyliner and stuff. It's a really nice, it's a really pretty resort too. And if you're going to spend a lot of time in Hollywood Studios, it's definitely worth it to be right there on the Skyliner. Because the Skyliner is okay for like Epcot, but it's a little bit of a long journey to Epcot. Because you have to like go through another transfer station. But if you're right at Caribbean Beach, you're already at the transfer station. So you guys will be a super convenient spot. When we're going, we're staying at Port Orleans because we're only staying a couple of days, and I wanted to stay in like a kind of fancier place or see what it was like. I think it's the same level as Caribbean Beach. It's just we have a boat to Disney Springs, but we don't have the Skyliner there. But we stayed at the Pop Century for the Skyliner, and that was nice. But you still have to transfer through Caribbean Beach. So you guys are skipping a step being where you are. Okay. All right. Oh, I think, no, that's not what we're building. It's always like, I keep thinking the next page will be the end, but it's not. It's not. We have all these little blue and like dark blue and light blue pieces. That's cool. Okay, we have this little. I love clear Legos. They're so fun. Oh, there we go. So we do a dark blue and a light blue and a dark blue. It's like a little checker pattern. Dark, light, oh wait, dark light, light light, then dark light. Okay, wait, this is not a checkerboard. Got ahead of myself. Dark light. I've been watching Disney Food Blog. Yeah, Disney Food Blog is amazing. They have a lot. And also another good one to watch is allears.net or all ears. They have a lot of like experiments to see like what's the fastest way between this and this, and like what are all of the things in this area. Like they kind of do like comprehensive looks at different areas. So like if there's something you're curious about, All Ears is another good one. And I think All Ears and Disney Food Blog are friends. Like they mention each other a lot, and sometimes like one of the Disney Food Blog people will be in their videos, one of the reporters. So they kind of help each other with information. I think it's really interesting. There's like a whole network of these Disney like YouTubers and stuff that all work together. I would like that job. That'd be fun. It also is a lot of work. It's not just all fun. They probably put in a lot of hours that people don't know about. But they get to put their hours in at Disney, so that sounds pretty cool. Part of me wishes I didn't get it so I could do work. I have 4 character tickets left because the ones are already available. Wasn't that the orange thing in Lego Skywalker Saga? I don't know. The orange droid is BB-8. That's from the new movies, if that's what you're talking about. This is BD-1 from the video game Jedi Fallen Order. That's what we are building right now. We're almost done. We only have these pieces left. So we are very close to being done here. in the world does this go on here? Oh, I flip him over. I see. Okay. And then this goes like this. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh, because that's his little light up thing. Look at his little face. He's so cute. We're about to put his face on. Oh my goodness. Guys, it's happening. Okay. Hang on. Hang on, I gotta put it together. Okay. These little black pieces are kind of hard to see. Okay, times 2. So we need to stack. I can't believe how small the BD-1 is. Like, he's so tiny. He could fit right there. That's a prized possession right there. Okay, there's that. And then we have this. Where's the other one? There's the other one. And then we have, where is the, okay, here's one. I think here's the other one. Yeah, I about lost it when we were watching Boba Fett and little BD Droid. We don't have confirmation of who he was, but BD Droid popped onto the screen. I died. I was so happy. I was like, he does exist. He's in the show canon too. Okay. Okay, so these go like this. And then like this. And then like this. Make sure these are on straight. And like that. Okay guys, are you guys ready? We'll put all his little details in a second, but his head's going on. Bum ba da ba. Here we go. Oh, hang on. You guys can't see. Oh, and there's a Baby Yoda for you. I painted that at Painting with a Twist. Okay. Come on. This is a little bit precarious. You just get this one in. This little neck is kind of jiggly. There we go. Okay, now this one should be able to go in. Come on. Don't fall over, please. Concentration. had to do this before. Was kind of difficult. Oh, his head jiggles. But I can't get this in the hole. This is difficult. Okay. Why is this so hard? Okay, I think I might need to get some help from this. Oh, that's why. Never mind. It's called I'm doing it wrong again. Okay, hang on. How do I get these out? I was supposed to go one lower. It's like I gotta do surgery. Hang on. There we go. Okay, take 2. That's why that doesn't go like that, is because I was like, that's why it's not working, because it's not that type of hole. It's an X. It was never gonna go like that. There we go. Hello. Hello, little. Okay. He's looking up to the sky. But I think he can. Yee! Look at little head wobbles. Oh my gosh. That's so cute. Look. Okay. Now we make the little stems. Okay. Okay. It's just these little pieces left now. I'm a bit sweaty in here. It is hot. Okay. So, we gotta make the little heely things. Okay. Okay, so this goes like this, like that. Okay, and then we have this and a gray one. Go like that. Okay. And then another one. Should be asleep by now, but here we are. I can always get a coffee in the morning. wasn't supposed to do that to all of them. Wait. Yes, I was. I am confusion. It's always at the very end when you're just like, what? Did I do this backwards? Yes, that's what happened. Okay. Did this backwards. Goes like that. Making things harder for myself. It's fine. Oh, I did it backwards again. Okay. This goes on that and then on this. There. And then this goes on that and then like this. That makes more sense. There. Okay. Jeez. Don't put Legos in your mouth, kids. Okay. Here's the little stem thing. Here, I'll put it down so you see the little stems. That's what I've been working on off camera, apparently. And then they go in like this. They go in, here, I'll show you. They go in his little tray. Like that. It's so cute. It's the cutest thing that's ever lived. Okay. Okay, so little antennas go on these. Here. I can see myself in the mirror. Oh wait, we gotta put stuff on it first. Gray things. And then they go on these. I do not have space for that. Yeah, we don't have space for much either, but I couldn't resist. Look at little antenna. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's the last touch, guys. At least I'm pretty sure, because it looks done to me. Okay, here we go. It's this. Oh yeah, it's the little stand for the little tiny. And then I think it's cool that they started making these little like name card things. So then you know, like it's like a little museum piece. Okay. And then we gotta do the sticker. Danger. That's what I think these are for. So you don't have to touch it. It goes this way. Oh, this is tough. Okay. I'm so nervous. Good enough. Oh no, there's a hole. There's a bubble. We got it out. Okay. Well, that's pretty darn close to perfect. Okay. And then you put, what is that? These. There's a lot of extra pieces, and I'm like, these have to have gone somewhere. I think they maybe were going here. I'll go back and check. Yeah. Oh, that's where they go. Okay. I was like, wait. I was like, he's missing these pieces I've never seen before, and I don't know where I missed them, but it's fine. And there's flat pieces there too. What else did I miss? We can figure that out later. Okay. We probably got the majority of the pieces right. Okay. Alright guys, this is it. The little baby's going on the thing. Yay! Goes here. And there you go. And then there's little fun stars on the picture. And you finished him. We did it. Wow, that took 3.5 hours. That's not how long I thought it would take. His little head moves. BD is best droid. That is correct. And then you grab his little stems, and he's got little stems for you. So if you're not feeling too good. And then he's got his little light up panel back here. His little head moves. I didn't know his head wobbled. That's so cute. And then oh, there's one piece I missed. Whoops. I must have just skipped some steps when we on that side for some reason, but there he is. That is so cool. Isn't it cool, Sunshine Games? He's so cute. But he's the bestest buddy droid. I don't know where these pieces went. We can go back through and reevaluate later. But he's together and he's working. We had all these extra pieces. And we did it. So, here's the child. And then we'll go. I wonder if I can. Never mind. So it's not apparently the mic doesn't work on this scene. So anyway, but thank you for joining me, guys, for the little build of the little baby. And if you missed the beginning or want to see more of it, we'll put it on YouTube later, but that'll be it. And thanks for joining, guys. We're going to shut it down because we need to go to bed. And bye. Oh, wait. We're going to raid somebody. Raid Game Boy. Let's do a raid for Game Boy. How do we do that? /raid something? What is it? Game Boy what?
I think I got it.
Okay. Okay. Alright, bye everybody.